Okay, so today we're going to take some notes on prime factorization, and we're going to practice using the factor tree method. So first, what's the difference between prime and composite?
Oh, I know. Wait. Prime number only has one factor, and composite number has more than two.
Prime numbers have two factors. And that is 1 times itself. 1 times itself. Composite numbers, what? What did you say? Composite. Composite numbers have what?
More than two factors.
More than two factors, yeah. Composite numbers have more than two factors. All right. So make sure you're writing that down.
Hey, yo.
Okay, so we're gonna scoot up here.
No. Are you going to show this to your next class?
No, it's being recorded though.
I'm not done.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the second part, the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. So that just means there's a rule that goes with this. Okay, and our rule is going to be a number greater than 0. Okay. A number greater than 0. That's a 0. Is either a prime number. I'll give you time. It's either a prime number or it is a product of prime numbers. It's made up of prime numbers. So it's a product of prime numbers. This doesn't want to draw right there. Okay, so for example, if it's not a prime number, think of a composite number. Give me a composite number. Asher.
99.
Oh, that's too hard.
25.
25.
I was thinking the same number.
Okay, so if I had the composite number 25, that is made up of prime numbers. I would break it down, and it's actually made up of 5 times 5, otherwise known as 5 to the second power. So if it's not a prime number to start with, that means we can break it down into prime numbers, and that's what we're doing today. We're breaking them down. What does it mean when I say the word factor? What's a factor?
A number.
It's a number. What else? Two numbers? No.
Oh.
Okay, factors go with the word multiplication. If we have a multiplication chart, factors are what we're multiplying together. Okay? A factor times a factor equals a product, otherwise known as the multiples. So we got factors on the outside of our multiplication chart and multiples in the middle. Those are our answers. Okay? So factors are what we're multiplying together. Prime factorization just means we're multiplying prime numbers together to get a bigger number, a different number. Okay? All right. What is prime factorization? An expression. You need to know this word expression. That represents the prime numbers that make up a number. Okay. Let's think of another number that's not prime that we can show how that's broken down. What? I was just thinking 12.
Yeah.
No, I seriously was. So, 12, when I break it down, let's see, how do I get to 12? What can I multiply together to equal 12? 6 times 2, so I know I at least have 1, 2. And then to break down 6, let's see, 2 times 6. And then to break down 6, what would that be? 3 times 2 or 2 times 3. So to make up 12, I have to do 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 times 3. So I just broke down that 12 into its prime numbers. Because 12 is not prime, which means I can break it down into primes. Yeah. Okay, factor tree method. Find a factor pair of the number you're going to break down. A factor pair. Now, this example that they gave us, 60, we're going to break that down. There's a lot of different ways we could, Oscar, pay attention. There's a lot of different ways that we could get to 60. What are some ways we can get to 60?
30 and 30.
That'd be 30 times 2. Because there's no addition in prime factorization. It's all multiplying and dividing. What else? 6 times 10. What else can I do?
60 times.
How can I get to 60? What can I break it down into?
12 times 5.
12 times 5.
That's what
Okay, so, yeah, there's lots of different ways we could start this, but as we break it down, it'll always end up bringing the same prime numbers, no matter how you choose to start. So, I like that 5 and 12. Usually I start with 2. Let's start with 2. We got to do this the right way. This is the notes. This is the notes. Okay, 2 times what? 2 times 30. Now, 2 is prime, so I'm going to circle it. 30 is not prime, so it does not get a circle. Okay, so now we have to break down that 30. 5 times 6. I like that. So I'm going to bring down the 2, so it's on the same level. And then I'm going to break this down to this level of 5 times 6. 5 is prime. Is 6 a prime number?
Yes. No.
It's even. I can divide it by 2. Now remember, if you were here yesterday, you have a prime factorization chart in your journal.
Would you?
We glued it in yesterday. Okay, so. Okay, we're going to break down that 6 into what?
3 times 2. 64 million.
I'm going to bring down this 5. I'm going to bring down this 2. I'm either bringing it down or breaking it down. Break down or bring down. Okay, so now I'm going to rewrite it in order from least to greatest with using my factors. So this breaks, I've got 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Those were all my prime numbers I ended up with, right?
Yeah.
Do I have any doubles?
Yeah.
If I have any doubles or triples, I have to rewrite it using an exponent. So this will be 2. How many 2's do I have?
2.
So I have an exponent of 2. There's 2 number 2's. I have 1 number 3, so I just get 3 once. And I have 1 number 5. Okay. And that's it. So we are creating an expression. There's that word again. Okay. An expression is a mathematical phrase that has numbers and operations in it, but no equal sign. So this, the 2 times 2 times 3 times 5, that's an expression. This is an expression. Okay. An exponent is an expression because it's got an operation with it. You know you have to multiply. Okay, so that's an expression. Difference between an equation and an expression. Does anyone remember? So I told it to you only once before. Equation, equal sign. That's the only difference. Equations have an equal sign. Expressions do
Miss,
not.
I wrote my last name good. Y'all trying to be like.
Okay. Everybody got that?
Yeah. Wait, what? No.
Okay, turn your paper over.
No. Oh, come on.
Okay, so we are going to do one of these together. Let's look at number 3. Because number 3, the number's kind of big, but it's actually, it breaks down pretty easily. But the number's kind of a difficult one to deal with. So let's do your. Okay, so you're going to write what I write. 115. Notice I want you to write this number kind of far up in the square so it gives you room underneath to write down your other numbers. Okay. 115, that is not a prime number. I am going to break it down. The first thing I'm going to ask, is it an even number? Can I divide it by 2? No, it ends in a 5. It's odd. Okay, second question I'm going to ask myself, is it divisible by 3? So I'm going to do the 3 rule, which is sum of the digits. So let's add up the numbers. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is not divisible by 3, so I can't divide this by 3. So I move on to my next prime number, which is 5. This ends in a 5. My divisibility rule of 5 is if it ends in a 5 or a 0. So I know I can divide it into 5. 5.
It's 5.
So 5 times something equals 115.
5 times 3. That's going to be 15.
Okay, how many times can 5 go into 11?
3. No, 2. Yeah, I was close.
And how many would be left over? 2 times 5 is 10, so I have a 1 remainder. So I'm going to put a 1 here with this little 5. So now I have 15. How many times does 5 go into 15?
3.
Is 23 a prime number?
Wait, what? Yeah.
Look at your chart.
Yes. 23 is a prime number.
Okay, quiet please. Quiet please. If you look at your chart, you should have circled 23 yesterday. Okay? Because there is nothing I can multiply together to equal 23. So 23 is prime. I am going to circle it. And then I'm going to rewrite it using its prime factors. 5 times 23 is my answer. If I had 2 5s, if it was 5 times 23, I would have to include an exponent. Okay? So you're going to have about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to work on this. You should be able to get it.
Times twice. Wait, where'd you get the 5 from that one? I don't even get it.
Okay, we'll do one more together then.
Do the first one. Do the first one. No, it's not.